Welcome to Rise and Thrive, your weekly microdose of motivation. I'm Abby, your fitness chick, personal trainer, and maybe the voice of reason you didn't know you needed this time of year. Listen, we've just got a few days left in 2024, and while most people are coasting through the holidays and telling themselves they'll start fresh in January, you're here, and that means you're ready to do something different, and that's exactly what this episode today is all about. Now, this is not another cheesy New Year, New You pep talk. It is a real conversation about how to wrap up this year with intention, cut the dead weight that's holding you back, and set yourself up to crush 2025. If you are ready to stop making excuses and start making moves, let's get into it. So the first step of building a solid foundation for 2025 is getting really honest about where you are right now. And reflection is not about beating yourself up or dwelling on what went wrong. It's about understanding what's working and what needs to change. And here's how I look at it. Think about your life like a training program. If you're not tracking your lifts, your progress stalls. And the same goes for your life. You've got to know what's working and what is holding you back. So what went well for you this year? Maybe you did get consistent with your workouts. Maybe you started eating more protein, or maybe you finally nailed a sleep routine and you're not a walking nap. So those are wins and they matter. Now also, what didn't go well? And be honest. Did you let your excuses creep in? Did you beat yourself up when things got hard? Did you keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow? Well, good, own it. Because you acknowledge the problem. When you do that, you can start working on the solution. So moving into 2025 isn't just about adding new habits. It's also about letting go of the stuff that's holding you back. And I'm not just talking about bad habits. I'm talking about that mental baggage that we carry around. And here's the deal. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be intentional. Stop clinging to that all or nothing mindset that makes you quit the second things don't go perfectly. Progress is not about perfection. It's about showing up more often than not. And while we're at it, let go of the guilt. I see this so much. People just beat themselves up over and over again for not being further along. Like that's gonna motivate you. Newsflash, it does not. Guilt is dead weight and it has no place in your 2025 game plan. So let me give it to you straight. Resolutions don't work because they're built on hype, not habits. People think they can flip a switch on January 1st and magically transform their lives. But change does not happen in big leaps. It happens in small, consistent steps. So momentum is the name of the game. And momentum is what keeps you going when motivation runs out. It's the result of stacking those small wins day after day until they add up to something big. So for example, instead of saying, I'm gonna work out 6 days a week, start with 3 and just crush the hell out of those 3 workouts. Build the habit and let that success fuel you. Or instead of trying to overhaul your entire diet, maybe just focus on one meal. Maybe start by adding just some more vegetables to your lunch. It's those small actions that compound over time, and they are way more effective than trying to change everything overnight. So let me give you a sneak peek of what's coming next. 2025 is about more than just fitness. It's about building the habits, the routines, and that mindset that will carry you through those tough days that we know always come. So on New Year's Eve day, I'll be dropping a special episode of the Your Fitness Chick podcast where I'll be diving into the top 3 barriers that hold people back. At the top of the list is the queen, why discipline matters more than motivation. Number 2, how to ditch that all or nothing mindset trap. And number 3, how to stop those self-sabotaging behaviors that are keeping you stuck. So if you've ever felt like you're spinning your wheels or like you're the one that's getting in your own way, then this episode is really going to hit home. So here's the bottom line, you guys. That calendar flipping to 2025 is not going to magically change your life. You are. Progress does not come from big declarations or perfect plans. It comes from showing up, doing the work, and being real honest with yourself about what you want and what you're willing to do to get there. You don't need to wait for January 1st to start. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. So let's finish this year with intention, let go of what's been holding us back, and step into 2025 ready to rise and thrive. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. I will see you back here on New Year's Eve day for the Your Fitness Chick podcast. Until then, keep showing up, keep moving forward, and keep proving to yourself that you've got what it takes.